Hello, this is Mrs. Hepworth again for the behind the scenes video. I just wanted to let you know my process and about my practices behind the scenes so that you know what to expect with your final exam project and how you can make the most of your time in class and outside of class as well. The first thing is I looked at all the books that I read this year. I just sat and stared at my walls here with my lists, and I went through and I just typed up a little summary and my reactions to each of those books. And then I narrowed it down to 3 books which were indicated on that list. And from there I just thought, okay, which of these 3 books do I like the best? And it basically came down to Alan Cummings' memoir. If you already looked at my PowerPoint, you probably know that I got to meet him, and it was before he had even known all this stuff about his dad, which is revealed in the book, and the book wasn't published until 2014. So when this book was published, it was a huge, exciting moment for me to read and just to learn more about him in general. So I think that was really what clinched my decision for this project. The next thing that I did was make a little storyboard of my initial ideas for the order I wanted my slides to go in. And I usually end up brainstorming and I get to a point and I realize for myself, okay, this is where I want to go with this. And then I just run with that idea. I highly recommend planning out each slide as specifically as possible so that when you're actually making those slides, you're not sitting there thinking to yourself, oh, what should I do? I don't know what to write. If you plan it out ahead of time, all you're doing is typing those ideas and moving quickly on to the next part. I didn't include any photos in my slide presentation besides the main picture of the book at the beginning and then the picture of Alan Cummings and I at the end. I didn't have enough room really on the slides, and I didn't want to take away from my analysis and just the meat of my presentation. And I didn't think that random clip art photos from the internet would really enhance the professional look of my slides. So that's why I opted for very simple, bare bones, but I do think it is visually appealing. And even though it's really hard to tell in the video, the colors of my slides actually match the colors of the book title. So, ooh, yay, colors, great. I realized, as I've known all along for my entire life, I don't write well after 7 p.m. at night. And I don't know how you all young people stay up so late doing your homework because my brain is completely gone. Therefore, I tried to sit down and write my slides and make my little storyboard thing at night. I finally realized not working, so I woke up early the next morning and I cranked everything out, and it was much easier. Super important that once you have everything typed out on your slides, you have somebody else proofread for you. I did not have Mr. Hepworth proofread anything because I thought, nah, I'm good. And then I was making my first go at the video for you, and I, in the middle of talking, looked at my slide and realized I had the wrong form of its. And I was so embarrassed that I had to stop filming and I had to fix it. And I was like, oh, can't have that on the internet forever. So I caught my own mistake. Yay, me. I put commentary on my slides, and I think that explains what I was thinking when I wrote those slides. So I'm going to encourage you to read the commentary on my PowerPoint so that I don't take up too much time here. The next thing I want to show you is that once I had my slides all planned out, I sat down and thought about how do I want to expand on the ideas, and I have to write everything out. I cannot come up with this stuff off the top of my head as I'm presenting. And the other thing, when I made my video, I wanted to make a clean cut without having to stop and pause and redo because I didn't have time to edit this video together. So what you see on the video is one take. I didn't stop, but I redid the video 2 times, technically 3, because the first time I caught my spelling mistake and I fixed it, and then, yeah, 2 other times. So anyway, you probably saw me holding note cards in the video, and I'm just going to show you way up close what these look like. They are notes for myself. I have each note card labeled with a number, so in case I drop them, I knew what order they went in. And then you can see I have it labeled slide 1, 2, 3. So I know, okay, here's my extra information that I'm reading. And then some of them just say, read summary from the slide. And that's to tell myself, oh yeah, I'm just going to read off of my computer. For me, with my vision, I had to write in a fairly large sized font so I could see my writing and hold the card at a good distance and still make eye contact with people and with the camera. I didn't put anything on the back of my cards because I didn't want that to distract you. And there's something else I was supposed to tell you. You did probably see me reading my cards, and you probably thought to yourself, oh wow, she's really natural. It doesn't, look like she's reading. And I read these out loud along with what was on my slides at least 4, if not 5 times. And I want you to be practicing and reading these words out loud, because the more you read them, the better you feel on your final performance day when these words are actually coming out of your mouth and you're saying to yourself, yes, I know what I'm saying. I feel confident in my ideas and how I sound. One really quick public speaking tip that I can give you is to enunciate. You'll hear that I have very crisp ending T's throughout my presentation, not my father's son. And whenever there's one word that ends in a letter and the next word begins with the same letter, like father's son, there's a break in between the two so I can separate those words so you can clearly hear my ideas and my words. And that's just a really nice way, by tightening up those ending T's, the S's, the D's. It's just a good way to sound really professional and to show that you have practiced. That's all of my behind the scenes work. I don't think that was nearly as exciting as I had hoped or you had hoped, but that's okay. Please watch my video and look at my slides as much as you need to in order to feel successful and confident for your final exam. Please also know that I coach forensics, that is public speaking. I coach after school throughout the rest of the school year. That's my life. So if you'd like to stay after school to brush up on your public speaking skills and be the best you can for this presentation, I really encourage you to do that because I like helping people in that way. Good luck. Have fun. Yay, public speaking.